Hi kids, welcome to Anna's Puzzle Corner. Today we're going to be working on a puzzle for kids specifically. This puzzle does say that you can use it with your parents or with adults. It's only got 400 pieces. It has large, medium, and small pieces. That way you can do the small pieces for the grown-ups, medium pieces for everybody, and the larger pieces are for little kids. Now this puzzle is going to measure 24 inches by 18 inches. 24 inches equals 2 feet because there's 12 inches in a foot. So if you want to know how long that's going to be, you can get a ruler or a measuring tape, and this is 24 inches, 2 feet, and 18 inches is right there, a foot and a half. So wherever you're going to do your puzzle, you want to make sure you have enough room. So you can go ahead and measure the space like on your table. And you want to make sure that your space is free and clear of items because you want to have enough space to work out your puzzle. Now to sort out your puzzle pieces, I like to use these little puzzle trees. But you can use little bowls or any boxes. I just really like these because they're cute. They're like giant puzzle pieces. Also, another good thing to have if you work on a really large puzzle, Ravensburger makes this really cute mat, but you can use any type of fabric. With this, as you work out your puzzle, if you need to put it away, if your parents say, okay, it's time for homework, you can just roll it up and you don't have any of your pieces lost or misplaced. And then when you're ready to work on it again, you just roll it out on the table and it's all good to go again. So this is nice to have. But again, you can use any piece of cloth, and then you would just get like a large tube so that you can roll it up in there. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to separate all our pieces. So that's what I like to do, is separate the pieces. You can either separate them by colors. You can do all the border, which is all the straight lines. In this case, since there's 3 different sizes, you can separate them by sizes. But let's open up the bag and let's see what we've got. Okay? Okay, so I have my scissors here. Now these are really big craft scissors. Well, actually they're utility scissors. You can use them for a lot of different things. So I wouldn't recommend it for you to use these scissors. You may have some safety scissors that your parents bought you, or you can have your parents cut it open for you. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pour out all our pieces. I'm going to go ahead and just put them in this box. That's a lot of pieces. But yep, it's got some really big pieces, medium-sized pieces, and here's your tiny pieces. So I think I'm going to get out all the edges first, which are all the ones that have a straight line on one side. That's how you know that this is going to be an edge. This is going to frame your puzzle. Okay, that's how I like to start my puzzles. It just makes it easier. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get my little tray and I'm going to start separating the pieces, okay? I'm going to get all my edges. Doesn't matter what size they are, but those are the ones that I'm going to put in one tray. Then I'll put my larger pieces and another one. It's an edge, another edge. This is a large piece, medium piece. I'll put the mediums right here, the large piece. So I'm going to put all the ones that have the straight line on one tray. I'm going to put the medium ones on another tray, the large pieces separate, and these tiny pieces in their own little tray. Okay, now this one's cool. See, this is going to be a corner piece. Because see, it's got two straight edges. So we know this is going to be in the corner. Okay.
Okay, now what I'm going to do, and to show you that it's okay to change your mind, if you start working on one item or one color or one shape, if you decide you want to work on something else, that's okay as well. So in looking for pieces, I found a lot more of these blue pieces that look like this wrapping paper. And this just looks a little bit more interesting for me to do right now. So I set these apart. And then I also decided to gather, I found more pieces of the lanterns. These are all my pieces of the cat that I found. I went ahead and I put all those together so I'd have them ready. And then I searched for all the pieces that look like they have the eyeballs on them. So I'm going to work on those also. And I put aside these pieces. These are all blue with gold, which look like these presents right here. So I'll work on those separately. And as long as I've got these red pieces here, I'm going to pull out the ones that catch my eye, like the candy cane. Here's more of that blue wrapping paper. Here's some more of that blue wrapping paper. Here's another piece with blue wrapping paper. Now this looks actually like it might be a tongue of one of the kitty cats. So I'm going to put this together with the pieces that I have saved for the cats. Here's some more wrapping paper. Okay. All right. Oh, here's one more. Nice. So with these, this is going to take a good portion of our puzzle. So I'm going to go ahead and start with all these little pieces that I have right now. And I'm going to do it in fast motion for you, but you can always slow it down if you need to. Okay, so I got all my pieces that had some kind of red on it, whether it was the small pieces, the medium pieces, or the large pieces. I put them all aside. Now another thing that I like to do that I didn't mention earlier, so I didn't do it yet until I explained to you, when I'm looking for certain pieces, if I see something that I know already where it goes, I'll go ahead and I'll pull it aside and save it for later. So for instance, I put these aside, which you may have noticed, they didn't have red, but see the patterns? I remembered from the package, this blue is the wrapping paper, so that's going to be really easy to put together. And then this is the ornament, and that's why I kept those aside. But there's other pieces that I saw that I could have started making little piles with them so that I could put them together later. Well, here's another piece of that ornament. I also saw pieces of like the lantern, which we could have started making another little pile with those. That could be part of the lantern. This could be part of a lantern. So I might make another little pile. And then you could also do a pile with just gray fur. But those are some of my tips or my little tricks that I like to do. And that just helps me save time as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the red pieces for you. And I'm not going to do it in slow motion. I'm going to speed it up. But if you want, you can always slow it down so you can watch it better. Okay? So I was having a little bit of trouble with this piece because it has a straight edge, and you know I mentioned that the straight edges always means that it's part of the frame. Well, it's not that straight, but not only that, it turns out that it's not part of the edge. It is part of that hat. So all we need is one more piece to finish up our frame at the top. I'm going to go ahead and add this. I think right now we'll start working on the reds, so I'm going to go ahead and gather all our red pieces and put them in this tray over here. Now this is where we need to organize, because the red pieces can be in the medium sizes, it can be in the small sizes, it can also be in the large sizes. So I'm going to go through each section and just pull out everything that I find that has red on it. And since I do have one empty tray, I can use that to help me move my pieces out of the way. So I'm going to put my red pieces here, and the pieces that I don't need, I'll put right here. Actually, no, I was wrong. Upon further looking, I've already got the piece right here. So I can't tell where it goes. It looks like it's part of that kitty, but I don't see any pine cones. Oh, look at that. That was tricky. It's part of that ribbon. I thought it was a cat ear, but it's part of that ribbon. Very tricky. So there we go. That was tricky. Okay, I wonder if this goes here. No, it does not. Okay, so we've got our corner. This is our left corner. This is going to be probably, I bet you it's that ribbon, or it could be whatever's hiding in this corner, but I think it's going to be that corner, but we'll see. It could be either side, so I'm going to wait on that. Now this piece looks like it can fit there, or nope, looked like it, but it didn't. This piece looks like it's part of the candy cane. Sorry, I keep raising the box up too high, but see. Okay. So we still had this little yellow piece that we weren't sure of where it went. And I'm still really not sure where it goes. So I'm still going to leave this one off to the side. Let's go ahead and start looking for some more edges that might match any of these pieces. Maybe we can start working with reds. There's red here, red there, and red here on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get our red pieces. There's quite a few of those. Oh, there's more than I thought. There's a lot of red. Puzzles are a lot of fun, especially if it's raining or cold outside and you can't go outside because of the weather. You can stay inside, you can do a puzzle by yourself, you can do it with friends if they're coming over to visit. You can also do it with your family, with your parents. So I like to do puzzles as my favorite pastime. All right, let's start looking at these red pieces and see how we can start putting these together. This is a big red piece. There we go. That attached those two together. So this is going to be a corner. So this is going to be part of that ribbon. Yep. So we have a big red piece missing there. So we can look for a big red piece that has two openings on either side. There's this piece, there's this one, but we need to have red on both sides. So it's going to be one of these two. I'm going to go with this because this looks like that ribbon. Yes, and it fit perfectly. So these two, they almost, oh, there they go. They do go together. So these are going to go together. And that went there. Which kitty cat has stripes? Let's get our box again. Well, I thought it was a kitty cat, but maybe it's a pine cone. Maybe it goes there. Sometimes when you turn the box to the side, you can see what you're missing. And yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a pine cone and it's going to go right there. So I wonder, yep, we found them. Some more red material. So that red goes there. We're missing a piece that goes right here. This looks like it goes there. Yep, it does. So we're still missing a piece though. We're missing the piece that goes right there. And this must be it. There we go. We got one side all done. Okay. So we know that this is going to go along this side. This is probably the corner to the top of the puzzle. So that leaves this corner right here. Okay, so we've got a few more pieces to go. Perfect. So this is the ornament that we saw at the bottom. Let's see if we find the other piece of that ornament. Here we go. Good eye. You found it. How about this one? And does that go there? Yep. Sure does. Okay. So this piece looks like it could go there. Okay. So now we need a red piece. And I think we're going to need to scoot our puzzle over a little. Looks like we're missing some important pieces right here. So we've got yellow. Let's try this yellow piece. Perfect. Do we have another piece that has a little bit of yellow? Maybe this one? Let's see how that goes. Yeah, it sure did. So how about one that's got some green? Yeah. Now we need some with a little bit of light green. Yep. Okay, so now we need something that's got light green, and see how there's a little dab of red right here? Oh, I'm sorry. It's out of the view of the camera. Sorry about that. Okay. It should be a little better. Okay. I'm probably going to have to move the camera out some to get a bigger view. Does that help a little? Okay. Yeah. Don't forget to comment with your parents if you can comment on here. Let me know if you need me to do something different. You want me to go faster, go slower with my puzzles, show them to you in fast motion. If you have any other cool ideas or cool puzzles you would like for me to do, let me know that as well. Okay. All right. So I think that's better. I think that might get the whole puzzle in the picture now. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see if I can't find the piece that goes here. It's not that one. Nope. Maybe this. Yes, it's that one. Okay, so now I need one that's got some green. And if I can't find the piece, it might just be that I overlooked it and that's in one of the other trays still. Yeah, so that's definitely not it. Let's see if I can't put these pieces together. Nope. Nope. All these pieces are starting to kind of look the same. There we go. But I never give up on a puzzle. Sometimes, if anything, if I can't find a piece, I'll take a little break. I'll walk away from it. I'll go do something else. Maybe go read a book or go play with friends or family. And then I'll come back to it. And then that usually seems to help me. This is part of that pine cone. This is going to attach these two together. Okay. So I'm going to start. Let me bring this over here so I can try and start fitting these pieces in there. Let's see this. Nope. I'm still missing another piece. Maybe it's this one. Yep. But now we're missing a piece there. Could it be this? Nope. It seems like I may have overlooked a piece somewhere. This is going to touch those two. Okay. So we've got a piece missing from there, a piece missing from up there, but yet I still have 4 pieces right here. There we go. So these are going to go right here. So, okay, so let's keep working and trying to get more of our pieces to fit together. All right, I would suggest, because it looks like we've got big pieces all fitting together, medium pieces fitting together, small pieces fitting together. So let's see if maybe this small piece will fit with these small pieces. And it actually looks like it does. Yep, it sure did. See, I didn't have to force it at all. So another small piece is going to go here, but remember we're just working with the lights right now, so all I have are just pieces that have yellow on them. But here's another small piece right here that has yellow and brown. So let's see. Yep, that fit perfectly also. All right, so I think that one is probably, oh, I think it's going to be this lantern right here. See, it doesn't make sense. It couldn't be this lantern because this lantern reaches all the way to the corner. But this lantern has flowers. This lantern has these pine cones. this lantern is not at the corner. There's still something there with red. So the only other lantern left is this. So it is going to end up going like that. You see how that thick brown part is that way? So I'm going to say, let's move this over. This is going to be our bottom corner piece. All right, so now we have just a few more bright yellow pieces. This piece looks to fit there perfectly, and it does. But it looks like we only have 3 lanterns, whereas there's 4. So here's one. This is going to be this one right here. We have this one already, which is that one. So any other yellow pieces that we find should help create this lantern. But the reason we don't have them is probably because it's not all the way to the edge, except for maybe this piece right here, which I bet this one is probably going to end up going on this side maybe, but we'll find out for sure. I think, yeah, it's not a sticker, so I can't remove that. But let's go ahead and start working on some more edges. We could start working on maybe this white Christmas box, so we can start looking for pieces that have white or gray with red. So there's one. This might be part of it. There's another one. Oh, look at that. Remember what we said? When we find one that's got 2 straight edges? When it has 2 straight edges, what does that mean? That means it's going to go on the corner. Doesn't go there. I don't think it'll go there. Doesn't go there. But it sure does look like it's going to go there. And it's right next to the lantern, which we started working on right here. There we go. That fit perfectly. All right, so let's look for some more white pieces. Oh, here's another double corner, or double straight edge rather. I'm going to put this to the side. Okay. And some more light gray. Oh, here we go. There's some light gray with that red stripe, which is going to be the ribbon. And that might be it. Okay, so now let's get these pieces. Let's get these pieces connected together. Okay, so we've got part of the present. We've got the lantern, the present. Got some red with yellow. So the only other piece that I see, I'm lining up all my pieces with a straight edge on the bottom. The only piece that looks like it might fit is this piece right here. There you go. Now we've got a gray piece. Can't be that. Could this one be it? Let's move this out of the way. No, it's not that one. How about this one? Yeah, perfect. And I knew that one was probably going to be it because I saw that line right there. It matched up with this line as well. Okay, so now some white with gray. Can't be that one because that's got red. But it looks like it's going to be this piece right here. Yes, that's it. My light turned off. I'm not sure why. Let me take a look and see what happened. Okay. Sometimes when we have bad weather and it's raining really hard, sometimes that affects the power, so the lights might flicker a little bit, but it's nothing to be scared of. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue with our puzzle. So the next piece, we've got more white right here. So we know it can't be that piece, but it does look like that piece. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. So now, how about, it looks like I've got the piece that goes right here. See how it's got those holly berries in the leaves? Yep, sure does. Okay, so our next step, what we can do now, we can either start looking for maybe more pine cones, so we'll know that those are going to go on the top. We can look for red, work on that material, or we can work on the blue. So you have a lot of different options. It's really just what you prefer. So we've got pine cones here, we've got blue on the top, we've got, well, we already know we have the lanterns, we've got flowers. So how about I start looking for blue so we can work on the sky part, okay? And we already have some of it right here. So there may not be a whole lot of blue left. Let's see. Here's some blue. That's a funny looking puzzle piece. There's pine cones. Oh, look. These two pieces actually look like they might go together. Yeah, they do. See, sometimes you'll get lucky and just randomly pick up 2 pieces that just happen to fit together. So we'll set this aside. And let's look for some more blue. This has a little bit of blue. There's blue. Blue. Just gonna get all these pieces that have some kind of blue. Oh, it's actually more blue than I thought. Okay, looks like I found all the blue. So I'm just going to start working on it with the different ways that I showed you how I work on them, trying to match up the pieces together, not just the sizes, but with the colors. And let's see how much of this frame we can get done. It almost looked like it fit together. I thought it did, because they're the same size. There we go. And remember, you can work with just the middle pieces first, or the medium-sized pieces, or the larger pieces. Or if you're really up for a challenge, you can just go straight to the small pieces. It seems like I'm just getting a lot of pieces that aren't really matching. There we go, finally. Nope, I thought that would go there, but didn't. Okay. There we go. I wonder if this fits there. Nope, it doesn't. All right, so it looks like we got, oh, there we go, that blue went there. So this piece right here, there's a gray ear. So which cat do you see that's got a gray ear? This cat. So this is going to go sideways. Those are those pine cones, and it just happens to fit together. So which cat has an orange ear? You see that one? So this is going to go up here. Who's got that green striped cat? It's also that same kitty, right? That's the only green and white stripes I see. It's just on this kitty right here. There we go. Now this kitty cat, those are his ears, but you only see one. Doesn't fit there, but it is going to go up there. Okay, we know this is going to go along the bottom. This piece, where could this piece go? I bet you it goes right there. See those pine needles with the blue? So it makes sense that's going to go there. So it's going to be above that kitty's. Sorry. See? It's going to go above this kitty cat's hat. Okay, now we're ready to start on our puzzle. And remember, there's no right or wrong way to do a puzzle. You do it the way you feel comfortable doing it. Now, I like to keep the picture of it in front of me as a guide. That way, when I'm looking at a piece, I can look around and see where this piece might go. Now, I don't see one that matches it, so I wonder if it's maybe under the sticker. Let's see. Oh, look at that. See? That looks like it goes right there. So I'm going to say this is going to go on the top because it's got part of the acorn, like that. You can see some of the bristles right here, and you can see part of the lantern. So for starters, I'm going to go ahead and say this goes on the top. Now let's take a look at this piece. Now this kind of looks like a ornament or wrapping paper, and I believe it probably is this ornament right here. See the glitter? You can see the same design. See that? So this tells me that this is going to go somewhere on the bottom, a little bit to the left or to the right of where we're going to put that puzzle piece. It's going to go down here. So let's put that here. Now this piece is blue, So what could be blue? The sky. So it's going to be up here somewhere. And I'm thinking it might even be right here, because you can see a little part of the cloud right there. So I'll put that over here. These two pieces, I'm not quite sure where they go, but they do look like they match, like they could go together. They do. So I'm just gonna lay this. Oh, this is a candy cane. I see. It goes right there. So that piece that I had said earlier that I was going to save goes right there. See how they all fit perfectly? Now let's say we had these two pieces right here, and they both look similar, so we figure they must go together, right? The easiest thing to do, if you have the two straight edges, that means that the edges have to match. But, you know, if you try putting it any other way, you're going to see it's not going to fit. And you never want to force the pieces together, because you'll ruin your puzzle pieces that way. There's nothing there. But see how perfectly that fit? When you turn it around also. See that? How perfect that fits? Okay. So those are going to go there. Alright. This is part of a lantern. There's two lanterns on my cover. It could be part of that lantern, or it could be part of this lantern. But I think it's this one, because this lantern right here, the light doesn't reach the top. But this lantern, you can see the light reaches the top of the frame of the puzzle. So let's see if it fits together with this piece that we have already. It sure does. There. Now another thing I like to do is when there's a lot of the same color of puzzle pieces, sometimes I'll work just on that color. So why don't we try that? We know that we've got gold here for the lanterns. So let's look for some more golden pieces. There's one, there's another, there's another. There's this one. There's a big piece right here. This has a little bit right there. This also has a little bit, so we can try and see if that also belongs to the lanterns. Another piece. There's another piece, but that kind of looks like a flower. It doesn't really look like it's part of a lantern. You can, however, if you're not sure, you can always set it aside, or you can try to fit it into your pieces. But we'll go ahead and we'll set it aside for now, and then we'll try and see if it does fit into one of our other pieces here. And here's one more piece. I think that might be all the pieces for now that look like lanterns. So let's work on all these and try and put these together. I'm gonna lower the camera a little so you can get a better view. Hopefully this helps. So I line up all my pieces with the straight side on one side. Okay, remember, what I'm doing doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right way. It just means that that's how I like to do it from years of doing puzzles. This works best for me, but you might find that you have a different way of figuring out how your puzzle pieces go, and that's okay too. So let's start with this one piece right here. Okay, now one thing that you can do is we need to find a piece that has an opening on it. So this has an opening. Let's see if that fits. It does not. This piece cannot go with it because I need an opening on one of the sides. This does have an opening, but it doesn't fit there, and it doesn't fit there. Let's try this piece. This has an opening, and it looks like it might even fit. Yep, a perfect match. Okay, so now let's look for a piece that's got a little bit of yellow on it with some brown. And here's one right here, but that doesn't appear to work. The opening's too tiny. Whether I go that way or this way, that's not going to work. This won't work because I need an opening on the end, like this. This is what I need, an opening. Let's see if this piece works. Yep, it sure did. Okay, so now for our next piece, let's look for something that's got red right in the center of it. So this has some red, but it also has some green, so I don't think that's the piece. Yeah, see, that doesn't look right. Here's another piece, but I need the red on this side. And it can't go like this, because remember, that side has to be straight on the bottom to match this side. So I didn't get another. I must be missing one. Oh, I know, because we're just working on the lights right now. So that's one light. So let's put this over here for right now. Now let's try these. Let's try the little ones. That doesn't work. Again, that can't work. Okay, work on this side. Oh, it sure did. It worked that way. Okay, now I know it looks like I did that really fast, but I didn't. It's this really neat trick that you can do with your camera, where you can make things look faster than they really were. So I kind of cheated, but now I'm going to separate them. We've got them all. Well, actually, we have them all separated already. Just going to move my box out of the way. And see what's really neat about these is you can stack them up like this. So you can move them out of the way. I'm going to work on first the edges, because as I mentioned to you before, that's what I like to work on first. And see, not all the edges are the same size. There's a medium, there's a small, there's a big one. So we're going to start laying them out.
Okay, so we're down to just the last few pieces of our puzzle. We've got 5 pieces left. So now we can just start checking to see where these pieces might go. There's that one. There we go. This piece. Oh, here we go. Right here. This has orange. And we are done. We have completed the puzzle. 400 pieces. Well, I hope I helped you by giving you some tips. Remember, whatever you feel comfortable on starting and organizing your pieces is fine. Everybody will have their own way, but I hope that I was able to share with you some of my hints. And thank you so much for watching. Bye now.